What's up, guys? Now, I've got a request on basically to me to this video, and now this video is going to be about capturing the daily range expansion or how one can determine the daily range expansion. Okay, now it's not going to be the same way in which ICT does it or the same way in which your typical smart money trader slash community does it. Okay, I use 6 p.m. EST as my opening price, and I also use 12 a.m. EST as my opening price. But what is the opening price that I'm using, right? Or rather, what is the opening price that I use in my day-to-day trading to get a feel for what the daily range is going to look like? Yeah, I'm going to be using the 6 p.m. EST opening price. Okay, and as I promised in the Telegram channel, I said I'm going to lay down a set of rules for you guys to determine how to capture the daily range expansion. Now over here I have an indicator called open daily line. Okay, so that starts at 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. EST. It's by, I think you can see it over here. It's by a guy called Rico or Repo, someone. Shout out to Repo. Right, so I'm going to show you how I use it, and I'm going to show you how you can use it to frame your daily range expansion, maybe for a trade or maybe for, kind of getting a feel for, okay, do I buy here? Do I sell there? When do I buy to sell? When do I sell to buy? Now, while I'm not going to go into great detail about what I just said, I'm going to be showing you guys the basics of how one can do it. Now it's going to be obvious to some people. Yes, man, obviously you're going to sell above the opening price. Obviously you're going to be buying below the opening price. Yeah. Well, you guys are used to 12 a.m. EST. It used to 6 p.m. EST now. Okay, right. Let's get into it. No, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be laying down a set of rules. Okay, a set of rules for you guys before we start this sort of a back testing video. Okay, right. So if you want to be bullish, okay, if you want to be bullish, you want to do what? You want to note your 6 p.m. EST opening price. Then you want to buy below the opening price. Then your take profit will be at the opening price or above the opening price. Okay, bearishness. You want to note same thing. You want to note your 6 p.m. EST opening price. You want to be selling above the opening price, and you want to be looking for your take profits, right, below the opening price. So we'll be at the OP or below the OP. Okay, so this is the set of rules that you need to look at when you are looking to determine your range or your daily range, okay, surrounding the 6 p.m. opening price. Now listen carefully, okay? So many people, right? So many people, they expect, okay, you know what? Fine. We have, let's say we have buy side over here, okay? Sometimes it's going to take more than a day to get to that point. But a lot of people, what they want is, okay, you know what? As soon as it opens, I want to see it go higher. While it can happen, it's not always going to happen, right? For example, you want to see price come down here. Okay, open, goes up, here's the sell, it goes all the way down. Right? It can happen, but normally it does not happen within a single day. So that is when your news drivers come into play, your structure, your liquidity, and all that good stuff, right? But I'm not going to go into those the deeper concept behind it, right? When you are bullish, right, you want to note your 6 p.m. So I have the indicator over here which knows the 6 p.m. opening price. Now you understand that you want to buy below the opening price and you want to sell above the opening price. Now that lends well both to buying to sell or selling to buy. Okay, it lends well to buying below the opening price to sell above the opening price, and buying again below the opening price to go for the actual take profit, because you won't actually know what the daily range is going to look like until some candles are printed, right? For example, for me, I would know that this is going to be a bullish day once I see this particular signature of price happen. Once I see this, I'm like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna buy over here and I'm gonna take profit up here. Okay, so that is how I would look at things. Okay, now taking this from a rule-based perspective, okay, bullish means below, bearish means above. All right, let's just, I mean, there's no need to put a random date because it's pointless, right? No matter what's going to happen, no matter what you do in your back testing, it's all hindsight, right? Okay, look at this. Opening price drops, you can buy over here. Up there, you can sell over here. Comes back down, you can buy over here. Now, what is the sort of criteria for you to finally determine, okay, you know what? I got my sells to buys, I got my buys to sells, but what is it that's confirming the buy for me to hold? That's going to be your change in the state of delivery. I know you've heard this from ICT's latest mentorship YouTube free video thingamajig, but I don't use it the way he does. You might say, bro, come on, man, you can't create your own shit by using his stuff. I did. Okay, so that's called studying and making up your own shit. Because if you study and if you have the wherewithal to actually, you know, think outside the box and create something that no one has seen, it essentially helps you to further understand what you're doing. Okay, and as a result, it has helped me a lot. Okay, so for me, I would not know that this is a bullish day until I see this signature in price. I'm not going to show you exactly what it is because it's not for public. For the public, this is the signature I want to see. I want to see price. The moment it goes up here and breaks market structure over here, it is not your structural break that you are used to seeing. There is a specific signature that is algorithmic in nature, which I like to see. Okay, and my buy would be inside of this candle as price is coming down. All right, so that's a buy. So is the buy below the opening price? Yes. Yeah. Yes. Is the sell to buy, is it above the opening price? Yes. So this way you can filter your buys and your sells. Okay, don't try to be selling over here or over here because it's below the opening price. So by doing this, you can filter out the bad trades and you can focus on the good ones. Okay, A plus quality setups only. Okay, A plus quality setups only. Next day. I think there's 2 days in one over here because the next day. I think this is the next week. I don't know. I think. All right. So over here, what can you see? Opening price. Look at the bodies. Bodies are not worth it. It does not mean anything, right? When you see the larger bodies coming into play, that is when, you know, the actual macro for the day is beginning. Okay, the actual macro for the day is beginning. You want to be selling above this. All right, you want to be selling above this. Now, where am I going to sell? I want to be selling above this for sure. So above the opening price at 6 o'clock, or rather above the 6 o'clock opening price, find your model, enter for the sell, and enjoy the move down. And what about here? Yeah, we are below, right? We are below the opening price. Does that give you the opportunity to buy? Yeah, it does. Why? Obviously, it means that you need to have your model in play over here that supports your buy. For example, for me, it takes out this flow, therefore it's enough for me to take a buy. And therefore I will buy. Okay. Now, where will I buy it to? I'll buy it to the point in which there was a change in the state of delivery. So for me, it's going to be somewhere up here. And as you can see, it did drop. But that's the next step, right? Okay. So case in point, selling above the opening price, buying below the opening price. So that's a filter. Okay. And when you see this move down, that is what's going to cement the idea that, okay, if not for this day, then tomorrow we are going to get that sell-off. Okay, it's going to carry forward. If it's not fulfilled within the same day, it's going to carry forward in the next day. Okay, if it's not fulfilled inside of the same day, it's going to be carried forward into the next day's macro. Okay, now you can link the two and be like, okay, you know what? So if we are supposed to get a sell-off from here, I want to see what? Instant displacement from the opening price. So price goes down, displaces, change in state of delivery over here. It's a signature that I like to use, which is algorithmic. It removes all the extra thinking that's not necessary. Here's the sell. Okay, I'm just eyeballing it. Here's the sell. So what happened? We went above the opening price. Okay, now this is not your typical sell. Remember, I said the rule is okay, they're going to be selling above the 6 p.m. EST opening price. But look, this is where context comes into play. All right, this is where context comes into play. Where did the sell-off actually start from? Above the 6 p.m. EST opening price. Over here, right? Those are your ideal points for a sell. So if the sell is already in motion, okay, if the sell or if the bearish delivery is already in motion, all you have to do is follow it. So this is that a moment of flexibility. Okay, fine. It already moved from above the opening price, so I'm gonna be selling into the continuation, which is over here and over here, right? And that's a bearish day. Yes, so it's bearish day. So there's a sell. The context is bearish from above the opening price, and you get the continuation lower. Right, so that this is the point in which you must be flexible, and this flexibility comes only when you have put enough of work behind your I would say experience or a chart work. Yeah. Okay, next day. Opening price goes up. Now it goes up. Displacement. What are you going to do? You want to see selling above the opening price. Fine. The moment it does this, what's your bias going to be automatically? Okay, I am expecting this is what your internal dialogue is going to look like or is going to sound like. Okay, it's above the 6 p.m. EST opening price. At the correct time of day, I'm going to be looking to get into sells. Okay, I'm going to be looking into getting into sells. So above the opening price, all you're going to do is look for sells. Unless you're following a continued macro like we did over here. Okay, so when we're looking for sells over here, but the question is where? For me, my change in the state of delivery would be here. The moment we break this, that's my change of state. My sell would be somewhere here, and I'll go low. I'll take it low. Okay, I will take it low. So that is an example of bearish day. Price goes down. We are below the opening price. Is there a buy? Yeah. If you're going to take a buy, where do you want to take profits from? Because if it's predominantly a bearish day, you want to be buying only up until the opening price, right? Because if it goes back above the opening price, then it's going to be choppy, or it's going to be a full reversal to a bullish candle, right? It's going to be a full reversal up to a bullish day instead of a bearish day, right? So these are the scenarios that you should think about, right? As a means of understanding at what point does your bearish bias or your bullish bias, at what point does it get invalidated? Because you must know the point of invalidation before you even take your trade, because if price goes against you, it goes against you for a reason, right? You were wrong. Okay, maybe what you were expecting was not right. Maybe the price action that you were looking at was incorrect, and by marrying a certain idea, it prevented you from seeing the actual truth behind the move. Okay, so move to the next day. Opening price goes down here, goes up. We are above the opening price. Okay, we are above the opening price. What do we want to see? A change of state. Now, for me, my change of state is over here. For my trading, I would not get an entry until the next day. Okay, I would not be getting an entry until the next day. So what does that mean? Does that mean that I should abandon my bearish bias? No, I'm going to follow it in the next day. Like I'm going to follow it to the next day or the next week. If this is a weekend gap, the next week. Okay. So what happens? So it goes down, 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 down. Okay. So it's a bearish day. So there was a sell if your model allows it. Mine doesn't. At that point of time, you're going to sell above the 6 p.m. EST opening price, and down it goes. Okay. Context equals accuracy, right? Now what about this one? The next week or the next day starts. What's my macro now? My higher time frame macro, if I zoom out, it's going to be a sell from up here. Okay, so I'm keeping my limit order over here, and I'm going to be targeting this low maybe, or this low. Okay, so what happens over here? Opening price up. You want to be selling above the opening price. There's a sell. Down it goes. Does it follow through the next day? Yes. Opening price, you go up, 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 up. Change of state is over here. You can apply your entry model or whatever it is, and there's a sell above the opening price. Drop. Opening price. Now see, we are going down, 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 right? So do you have anything to work with over here? No. So you're gonna wait for price action to print. Now once price action does print, right? My change of state is over here. Where's my buy? Over here. Does it fit the condition? Yeah. 6 p.m. opening price. Price is down. You're going to buy here and aim for a price level that is above the opening price. Okay, above the opening price. It's the gap. Let's just forget about the gap there. Here, price goes down. Buy. Below the opening price. Buy. Up it goes, and you got the daily range expansion. Here, up. Change of state. Entry point. Down you go. So you're essentially selling above the opening price. There's a target. Your target is going to be something that's below the opening price. So the opening price below, low, 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 low. Okay. Right. I think that proves my point, right? And here you go, bullish. Note your 6 p.m. EST opening price. You buy below the opening price. 3. That's 2. 3. Take profit will be at the opening price or above the opening price for a buy day or for a bullish move rather intraday. Buy. Opening price is this. Take profit somewhere up here. Okay. And for a sell, what do you need? 6 p.m. opening price above. There's your sell, and your take profit is where? Somewhere here below the opening price. Okay. Right. So the main takeaway is use this as a means of having a filter to determine just how, or to get an idea of how the current daily candle is going to print. So if you get that idea, you have endless opportunity. Buy, sell, sell, buy, sell to buy, buy to sell, and then finally get that particular move that you're looking for, which is in line with the daily candle's predetermined expansion path. Okay, so do some work, put in some work for this because it's not going to come easy. You're going to be faced with a lot of flexibility cases whereby the previous day's macro is going to carry forward to the next day and all that good stuff. So whenever there is a macro being carried forward to the next week or the next day, it has something to do with the higher time frame change of state. Okay. Now the way I use change of state is completely different to what you see on other people's channels, maybe Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. And I'm just happy that mine works. Okay, so while I'm not going to give it to the public, it's available in the mentorship, and not that I'm plugging anything. Join if you want. I don't care. You can join my free public Telegram journal. Okay, where I share trades. I share my so-called wisdom, as I mentioned before, and yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So I hope you got something from this. If not, then I'm sorry. Let me know what you need from me in the comment section down below. The Telegram link will be down in the description. My website will also be down in the description. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to hit me up on Telegram or maybe also Instagram. All right. Remember, the market is algorithmic, and if it's algorithmic, it's objective. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.